I heard myself in your lead. You're the most beautiful thing in the world.
I don't know. It kind of slapped me in the face. All these money people moving to Costa Rica.
It's like Elysium.
They got fucking multi-millionaire fucking widows.
You'll never be a stallion.
Before we get to anything, I just gotta bring this all up because I can.
You never hit a mentally ill person with his dead mother's severed leg. It's a real trigger.
Then trigger warning, bitch.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more.
I'm just cartoony right now. I was in the hospital a couple days ago from drinking too much because I've been drinking from June to
Whatever.
I remember one time I was really drunk on the first time on the day on the strip, and I walked all the way from one part of the Sunset to the other, and I was like trashed. I kept throwing stuff at rich people, going "fuck the blingers."
That's got to be like some kind of similarity, right? Like the SJWs are like eat the rich, but my dad, 4th grade fucking dropout. So he could go farm on the fucking farm because he had to. His dad made him. He had the same fucking wisdom, right? Like he was like, the rich people are the fucking bad guys.
Worst that can happen is I can spill some on my $3,000 suit. Come on. Hey. Yeah, the guy in the $4,000 suit is holding the elevator, but the guy doesn't make that in 3 months. Come on.
Men make sons. Men. You don't have to be no asshole, man, but a man who is
true to himself and his self being true to his path, which is led by God. It's very compelling.
very compelling. I like that.
I mean, look at this. Look at it! A world built on fantasy. Synthetic emotions in the form of pills. Psychological warfare in the form of advertising. Mind-altering chemicals in the form of food. Brainwashing seminars in the form of media. Isolated bubbles in the form of social networks.
Every single aspect of our lively function. We wake up and eat cake and call it pancake. We got Fruit Loop. Everything's fucking sugar. And even when we think we're eating something that's viable, it comes from a cow that's been pumped with hormones. Even the cow is fucking misgendered.
I used to have this thought process that Skittles taste the rainbow.
Yeah, exactly. It's a hypnotism.
Right, like a secret transformer.
It's a business opportunity.
Motherfuckers, you have my contact in the description. And if you wanna reach me out, I will serve your ass. I will be your prostitute metaphysical bitch for the money. But I have one condition. When I tell you to do something necessary for the work to manifest, you have to do that shit. And if I tell you to do something, don't be a dumb bitch.
Hence the base wars that they would Hollywood call Star Wars, which I haven't seen, so I don't know the faction.
Star Wars, they thought, oh, we want more diversity. I'm all, you have an entire universe of weird looking aliens and you focus on the fucking humans. How many black astronauts do we have?
Snap.
Again, that is why I like FARSCAPE, because there's only one human. Yeah, the human-looking characters aren't human. They're called Sebastian. Like, that's the only reason I like Guardians of the Galaxy. Battlestar Galactica, where are the fucking aliens? And what is with this whole obsession with replacing energy weapons with bullets? I get it, you want to be more realistic and gritty, but I like to say energy weapons are a lot more dangerous than fucking bullets. Because energy weapons, especially if you look at like Predator's plasma caster, puts a giant hole in you. And unlike bullets, you can't identify the bullet.
And they recharge. The plasma caster never needed a clip.
Nice. That's why I say fuck Firefly. No aliens.
To me, Firefly was the last great sci-fi thing, but they explained it.
Who fucking cares?
Like, we'll never have an all-Klingon ranking Star Trek show. It's like Doom. They actually do have aliens. It's just the fact that the humans are so, like, self-absorbed in their own bullshit.
Come on.
The sandworms, they're not humans.
What I can say would be the difference between the reptilians and the aliens versus the Anunnaki, which would be Prometheus, maybe.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Woke movement, they defend groups who are totally against everything they're for.
Seem to have an open door policy for assholes, though, don't they?
Defending Muslims and the Chinese.
Fucking China. I know this is gonna sound conspiracy theory and all.
There's no conspiracy theory about it. China owns TikTok to make us weak so they can conquer us.
Because China has a completely different fucking algorithm.
Yeah, Moon talked about it, and he does have a lot of good things to say, but my problem I have with Moon is he's obviously like secretly a right-wing douche in a bad way. And the reason why I say that, sponsored by porn blockers, I'm like, all you fucking right-wing assholes who think that the left of the enemy, the left of the enemy. Yeah, but when you win, they're the same fuckers who wanted to burn our Metallica albums.
That's all we have now is extreme left or extreme right. Like, I wish, why can't the people in the middle fucking goddamn get the power? Why? Because the left and right have been established so long in this country, they've got money ties. Which was everything they say contradicts something they said the day before.
Come on!
The Chinese are guilty of being homophobic, transphobic, racist.
Oh my.
Same with Muslims. But the reason why they get protected is because they're people of color.
Fuck me gently with a chainsaw. Do I look like Mother Teresa?
White people aren't the only evil people on the planet.
Yeah, black people started the fucking slave trade back in the day. Goddamn. Nobody wants to fucking talk about that.
Really?
Slaves were as normal as fucking pets back in the day.
Nigga, please.
Fucking Lincoln had slaves. They were a regular part of life.
Nigga, please.
Let's go back to fucking Africa and fucking, you know, how they fucking ran the fucking slave trade thousands of years before the white man ever fucking discovered them.
Nigga, please.
Well, think of Egypt, man. The pyramids weren't built by actual Egyptians. They were built by fucking Hebrew slaves, my people. Come on! If we wanted to work in the pyramid, we had to be neutered. And that's my whole argument I say to every angry black person. Your ancestor got to keep his balls.
This whole ancestor
Bullshit. 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 Bullshit.
Shit!
it doesn't make any fucking sense.
What?
Do you know anybody who fucking owned a goddamn slave or built a goddamn pyramid? No, exactly. That was hundreds and thousands of years ago. Let it the fuck go.
Maybe what he needs is for you to pop your titty out his mouth and let the boy grow up.
And yeah, it's like, goddamn, do I just have the fucking mentality of a fucking 10-year-old?
Would somebody please tell this insufferable child?
Don't grow old, grow up.
I've been on a nerd kick. Watching the Conan, the Saturday morning cartoon on Tubi for my therapy, and the main villain is Set.
I used to watch that when I was a kid.
Oh, you watched that too?
Yeah. That is like a god of serpent people, and Diamond the Sorcerer wants to open a portal to bring Sat into the world. It was one of my favorite cartoons when I was a kid. You know what a lot of authors do? They take real gods from real religions and mythologies, and then they twist them a little bit and put them into the movies in order for movies to be more popular.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
Because there's two different versions of Set in the, we'll say, comics, and Robert E. Howard, who created Conan back in the 20s.
Fuck you, I was right, fuck you, I was right, fuck you, I was right.
What's really hilarious is, you know Robert E. Howard's best friend was?
H.P. Lovecraft.
Yes, isn't that fucking crazy?
Oh my god, you fucking
nerd! That ties into MK Ultra.
Why?
So Michael Aquino, who ran
It's kind of good I brought this up.
Who was the leader of MK Ultra, also ran the Temple of Set.
Brutal.
Michael Aquino is a big figure in it.
MK Ultra! Kill their hypnotize!
Vampire the Masquerade, there's actually a clan called the Followers of Set. There's actually the evilest vampires too.
Yeah,
I just...
we had like a military intelligence guy who was in the Temple of Set on the channel. We interviewed him. He was...
Oh, so it's actually a real thing. It's not just a thing on Vampire the Masquerade.
What did you say, dickhead?
I'll repeat myself.
Grow up, don't grow old.
I mean, come on.
That's always been the rule.
Well, duh.
All it does is strengthen my fucking resolve against rich people.
Well, because they always pull the ancestor thing on me. I'll pull the ancestor thing on them, and they...
Shut the fuck up!
No, fuck that. Don't even fucking tell them. Tell them you're fucking Irish.
Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
Remember in Blazing Saddle?
We don't want the Irish.
Nobody's gonna try to save this country. They're all leaving.
And before we continue, let's get to today's sponsor, Nebula, off of Curiosity Stream. Nah, do I look like a fucking virtue signaling fucking douche? Do I look like I'm one of the Lindsay bitches who suck Rian Johnson's dick? Fuck that shit. No thanks to you. And remember on History Channel, each episode was about a gang, right? They had one about the Crips, one about fucking like...
I know what you're talking about. I never watched it. Everybody in jail used to watch that shit. And I was like, fuck y'all.
They had one episode about...
The Aryan Republican Army. or ARA.
And they would rob banks to fund their revolution.
The extreme always seems to make an impression.
And then what happened was the leader of the group got busted.
Langan led a double life. When he wasn't running the ARA, he lived as a woman named Donna.
It's just basically an excuse, like being a born-again Christian. You were a piece of shit, and now that you found
Who wants to live forever? Who wants to live in paradise?
you're now better than me.
Shut up and get to the point!
It's kind of like AA.
Most born-again Christians over here, I don't know how they are over there, but over here, they're usually the biggest fucking asshole you'll ever meet in their early days. Somehow found God and give them an excuse to be, like, judgmental.
Well, yeah, most people, and I ain't gonna fucking lie, that's one of the reasons I kind of started getting away from AA, was because the people had the same attitudes they had whenever they were high. They were just now sober, and that gave them the moral high ground. And so they're like, oh, well, I'm sober. This is okay. No, you're doing the same shit that you were doing fucking high, but now you're sober, all right? You don't have an excuse anymore.
You never seen Role Models? I remember, like, the one who ran Sturdy Wings, or their version of the Big Brother program, was this fucking ex-junkie. That is the best portrayal I've ever seen of those type of people.
And look, that's the fucking movie that made me love Jane Lynch. Check it out, though. I used to think the same thing about Melissa McCarthy and all these other chicks that used to be funny, right? Hell, even, what's the fucking big blonde bitch? She always talks about her pussy.
Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer. I used to love her. And then all of a sudden she decided to fucking take a steaming shit on everybody. Fuck you.
Well, it's like Patton Oswalt. Patton Oswalt used to be somewhat funny.
I loved Patton Oswalt back in the day. And now he's just another piece of shit. They say never meet your hero.
Well done!
But I'm done with this bullshit. Like, you're not gonna watch this. But if you do like what you see here, comment, like, dislike, share it if you want. I go into more detail, but I'm just trolling you anyway. I mean, after all, you all can suck. Shout out to my patrons.